Hello, welcome to King Info. Today we are going to tell the history of Coca-Cola. In May 1886, Coca-Cola was invented by Dr. John Pemberton, a pharmacist from Atlanta, Georgia. According to the Coca-Cola Company, Pemberton developed the syrup for the famed beverage, which was sampled at the local Jacobs pharmacy and deemed to be excellent. The syrup was combined with carbonated water to create a new delicious and refreshing drink. Pemberton concocted the famed Coca-Cola formula in a three-legged brass kettle in his backyard. Birth of Coca-Cola. The name of Coca-Cola was a suggestion given by Pemberton's bookkeeper Frank Robinson. As the recipe for the syrup called for coca leaf extract and caffeine from the cola nut, the name Coca-Cola was easy to come up with. However, Robinson, who was known for having excellent penmanship, thought that using two Cs in the name would look striking in advertising. As such, cola became cola, and the brand name was born. Robinson can also be credited with creating the first scripted Coca-Cola using the flowing letters that serve as the famous logo of today. The soft drink was first sold to the public at the soda fountain in Jacobs Pharmacy in Atlanta on May 8, 1886. About 9 servings of the soft drink were sold each day. Sales for that first year added up to a total of about $50. The first year of business wasn't much of a success, though, as it cost Pemberton over $70 in expenses to create the drink, resulting in a loss. A sack handler. In 1887, another Atlanta pharmacist and businessman, a sack handler, bought the formula for Coca-Cola from Pemberton for $2,300. Unfortunately, Pemberton died just a few years later. By the late 1890s, Coca-Cola was one of America's most popular fountain drinks, largely due to Candler's aggressive marketing of the product. With Candler now at the helm, the Coca-Cola Company increased syrup sales by over 4,000% between 1890 and 1900. While the Coca-Cola Company denies this claim, historical evidence shows that it is likely that, until 1905, the soft drink, which was marketed as a tonic, contained extracts of cocaine as well as the caffeine-rich cola nut. While cocaine wasn't considered illegal until 1914, according to Live Science, Candler began removing cocaine from the recipe in the early 1900s, and traces of cocaine may have been present in the famous beverage until 1929 when scientists were able to perfect the removal of all psychoactive elements from the coca leaf extract. Advertising was an important factor in the successful sales of Coca-Cola, and by the turn of the century, the drink was sold across the United States and Canada. Around the same time, the company began selling syrup to independent bottling companies licensed to sell the drink. Even today, the U.S. soft drink industry is organized on this principle. Death of the soda fountain, rise of the bottling industry. Until the 1960s, both small town and big city dwellers enjoyed carbonated beverages at the local soda fountain or ice cream saloon. Often housed in the drugstore, the soda fountain counter served as a meeting place for people of all ages. Often combined with lunch counters, the soda fountain declined in popularity as commercial ice cream, bottled soft drinks, and fast food restaurants became popular. The birth and death of New Coke. On April 23, 1985, the trade secret New Coke formula was launched in response to declining sales thanks to an increasingly competitive cola market. However, the new recipe was considered a failure. Coca-Cola fans had a negative, some say hostile, reaction to the new recipe, and within 3 months, the original cola that captured the hearts and taste buds of the public returned. The return of the original cola taste came with new branding of Coca-Cola Classic. New Coke remained on the shelves, and in 1992 was rebranded Coke 2, before finally being discontinued in 2002. As of 2017, Coca-Cola is a publicly traded Fortune 500 company with more than $41.3 billion in annual revenue. The company has a workforce of 146,200 employees, and its products are consumed at a rate of more than 1 billion drinks per day. A commercial success. The television ad "I'd Like to Buy the World a Coke" was released in the United States in July 1971, and the response was immediate and dramatic. By November of that year, Coca-Cola and its bottlers had received more than 100,000 letters about the ad. Demand for the song was so great, many people called radio stations and asked DJs to play the commercial. "I'd Like to Buy the World a Coke" made a lasting connection with the viewing public. Advertising surveys consistently identify it as one of the best commercials of all time. And the sheet music continues to sell more than 30 years after the song was written. A tribute to the success of the campaign. The commercial resurfaced over 40 years after it first launched, making an appearance in the finale of the hit TV show Mad Men in 2015.